You know, no matter where you are in your life, you are on a mission. Professional mission, a personal mission. For some of you, those are very closely related. For others, they're not. You keep them very separate, your professional mission and your personal mission. But failure is not an option. That's something that we know. But life has its struggles, doesn't it? You know, in all of our work at our company, LGE Performance Systems, with athletes, in law enforcement, in business, in healthcare, we find that every day you go to work, you go into a potential storm. Now, as church leaders, I really believe you can identify with that. Let me just give you a simple example. You get to work in the morning, you pull out your to-do list. It's got appointments and staff meetings, and then your day happens. There's one crisis after another. You've got people issues. There's a staff crisis. By the end of the day, you pull it out, it's bigger. Nothing ticked off except yourself. And then tomorrow it starts over again. Well, what we find is that you have to complete the mission with the face of all the storms going on in your life right now. Failure's not an option. You've got to, the storms are going to happen. You've got to complete the mission. Now, I want to show you how precarious completing the mission can be. Our training center is located in Orlando, Florida. And by the way, if you'll just let me do this, I want to just say a big hello to my brothers and sisters at Discovery Church in Orlando, Florida, because I do know them so well. I lived there for quite some time. So our center's in Orlando. Some time ago, we had 4 athletes from the National Football League come to our center. Now, I understand for our international audience, this is not football as you know it. Soccer, as we know it, is their football. But everybody's seen American football played. These were monster men. The average size was 6'4", just under 2 meters, 300 pounds, 136 kilograms. One of them, a monster of a man. 350 pounds, 159 kilograms. He was at our fitness center in Orlando. I called him over to me. Now, he's about this tall. I looked up and I said, tell me what goes on in your mind when you look up from the offensive line and you see someone from the opposing team running right back to you. He looked down at me and he said, I'm going to fold him in half. Okay. Well, we told these 4 monster men in the NFL that we had a mission for them. There's a wilderness trail that goes behind our property. It goes toward the airport in Orlando, and your mission is to run out this trail. You're to run a 9-minute mile. At the 1-mile marker, there's a white fence that comes out to the trail. Your mission is to touch the white fence and then run back in 9 minutes, 18 minutes total. They said that's all we have to do is touch the white fence? That's it. Just touch the white fence. That's it. They said, okay. So they sat down, they started putting their running shoes on. Now we have rules of engagement. Gentlemen, you're going to be running through the swamp. There's a canal that runs by this trail. Alligator migrate in and out of this canal. Keep your eyes open. And gentlemen, it's sunny outside. Poisonous snakes will be sunning themselves on the trail. Now, they won't bother you, but if you see a snake coiled up, steer clear and go around it. They got to the front door. We had our stopwatches ready. Oh, guys, sorry, we forgot to tell you. Just yesterday, we sighted some wild boar out there. Now, these wild pigs, gentlemen, are bigger than you are. They have razor-sharp tusks, and they will attack you unprovoked. So if you encounter a wild boar, you must take appropriate action. But above all else, gentlemen, you must, what, everybody, in the face of the storm? Complete the mission. What's the mission? Touch the white fence. Ready? Go! So they took off. I want you to get this mental picture because 2 of our team members were hiding in the bushes. Here are these big mammoth men in the NFL jogging down this dirt road in the tropics. They're looking around, they hear the bugs. One of our team members leaned over, grabbed a small bush and went. We had a video camera. Would you like to see the tape? Here's what you're looking at now. Let's come back to the model that we're going to present to you today. Here's what you're looking at. You are looking at what happens to a human being when confronted by a storm for which they are not prepared. Let's run the tape, please. They ran all the way back to our center. They showed up. We go, welcome back. You touched the white fence? No. No? Why not? We heard something. What do you mean you heard something? And then they actually stuttered. There was a wild boar in the bushes. Then we showed them the tape. They were mortified. But what drives this home is what happened the very next week. The very next week, and I don't have this tape because these gentlemen cannot have their faces photographed in any way whatsoever, but we had 4 elite team members of the FBI SWAT program, and we did the same thing with them. The mission is what, everybody? Touch the white fence. Got to do it in 18 minutes. Watch out for the alligator. Watch out for the snakes. Watch out for the wild boar. If you encounter a wild boar, you must take appropriate action, but above all else, complete the mission. They took off. Our 2 team members were hiding in the same spot. Grabs the same bush. This is what the FBI did. A guy holding the camera went, "What if they brought their guns?" Now, this teaches us 2 things. One, you will respond to any storm the way you train. You will respond to any storm the way you train. The second thing is, if you access the wrong emotion, even the simplest mission is impossible to reach. Because what's the difference in these football players and these FBI agents? It's all training. It's all how we live our life. And I will tell you right now, it's multidimensional training. It's physical, it's emotional, it's mental, it's spiritual. We're going to go into that in much greater depth.